Good morning all. Miguel, Aleixo from BRIKbc Projects, fondly referred to as BRIK. Hope you're all having a great day, evening, afternoon, depending where you're at, and staying safe. Coming from my favourite spot in our rooftop at our office at Hamilton, and basically sharing some knowledge and information around our BRIKbc projects model, around our Australian properties, tokenised properties, coming from a spot that's a bit more enjoyable in terms of views rather than being stuck in the office and sharing from a boring environment. But this spot might be more enjoyable, and I do apologise for a bit of wind. So there is a bit of wind up here, so if you are getting a bit of wind in the audio, I do apologise for that. But yeah, look, it's this video. Just want to sort of take you through the flow when you do buy a BRIK property token, what the flow is. Probably just take it right from the beginning. So our platform, our BRIKbc property tokens platform, was actually created for us by a global service provider in property tokenization platforms. So we engage the best of breed globally. So they created our platform and also maintain our platform as we speak. So again, information in terms of confidentiality and database, it's all in good hands, given who we've engaged as being one of the global leaders in property tokenization. So just to give you sort of a background in terms of our platform and who it is, and just so it gives you a bit of an understanding in terms of the tools we're using to be able to do what we do around tokenizing Australian properties. So basically, in terms of people that come on board with us as part of the BRIK family and want to hold tokens, our current series, the BRIK token series, and there'll be, once we sell this series, we're moving on to the next property, which will be Brisbane based as well. So our properties would be Brisbane, Gold Coast and Sunshine Coast, so all within the sort of what we call the Southeast Queensland state of Australia. And basically it's around 200 kilometres north and south as a whole circle. So 100 kilometres south of Brisbane is the Gold Coast, and 100 kilometres north of Brisbane is the Sunshine Coast, all on the coast. So again, this is where I've grown up from a young kid. This is where my networks have been. This is where I've looked after businesses, family businesses, for over 25 years. This is where we've built properties. This is where we've renovated properties for our family, and in terms of my parents, my co-founders' parents, and so we continue to do the same thing. But now we're actually taking this to share with people around the world in terms of getting on the journey with us and be able to share the opportunities ahead in terms of owning property in Australia, in particular here in Queensland, in those three locations that I mentioned. So again, my co-founder is Aleixo. Again, she's been adopted as Mrs. BRIK. She's heavily involved on the property acquisition side of the business, and obviously over the years she's played a key role in terms of our properties, identifying key properties that we get involved with in terms of our networks and so forth. So that's her. She's the head of property acquisition within the business. That's her role, and she continues to basically search for those little gold nuggets that come out in terms of quality properties. But just to give you a bit of a flow as to when somebody comes in and actually buys obviously a property token. So each property token series made up of will be usually around 40,000 tokens within that property token series. So we break it up into 40,000 pieces. Tokens, and then everybody obviously has the opportunity to actually buy one of those tokens, or many tokens, however they like. Typically we're keeping the pricing per token around $80 US. You can buy one, you can buy many, so there's no sort of minimum numbers in terms of what you buy. So basically, yeah, in terms of the flow, when somebody comes in and buy. So they register first on our BRIK tokens platform. So there's links within the website that takes you to the actual property tokens platform. From there you do your registration, you set up your profile account, which includes doing a KYC. So part of in terms of the compliance that we've got to adhere to. Basically, it's one of the requirements that we have to have. People doing the KYC, know your customer. So uploading in terms of your information there, and typical driver's license, passport. These are the two common things you load up in terms of ID as well as address identification. So basically, once you've completed and submitted your profile registration, then basically we then have a look. We do obviously KYC checks as the team does that, and basically we approve your registration. Then you're ready to go into the next step to actually start buying BRIK koalas. So basically we're using, in terms of our payment process, we're using a stablecoin, USDC at this stage. There's going to be some changes, hopefully probably in 6 months' time, when the Raven chain introduce their own stablecoin, Stably. So we'll be looking at that to replace our current stablecoin. But at the moment, USDC is the stablecoin we're using, and that's a critical part of our model in terms of using a stablecoin to be able to swap your stablecoin, USD stablecoin, for a BRIK koala. So basically, when you've been approved into your account, you then basically get an email that says, welcome to the BRIK family, and then you're ready to basically start depositing. So you've got to deposit USDC coins on our platform, so that you'll follow the instructions and do in terms of how many you want to buy by putting down how much USDC you're going to be depositing there, to obviously given that each BRIK koala is $80. So in this particular token series, each BRIK koala is $80. So it's just a matter of depositing enough funds to buy the number of tokens that you want to buy. So USDC, basically there you put you do transfer from, if you're using a centralized or decentralized wallet, you basically do a transfer to our account. So we use CoinSpot, which is a centralized exchange, crypto exchange here in Australia. So so basically you do a transfer into there, and basically from there we then approve. Once we approve that we actually receive the USDC from you. And then basically from then you're ready to start buying some BRIK koalas. So then basically you go there, apply that USDC against the number of tokens, property tokens you want to buy. Then basically we get that notification that's saying that you want to acquire. You've signed. There'll be a sale offer agreement in there as part of that process that you'll sign. That you agree to the terms as to what the BRIK koala is all about, or the BRIK token series is all about. We try to keep that agreement very simple language. And explains in terms of what it is, in terms of who owns what, in terms of the private company that owns the property, and so forth. So we keep that very simple language, and basically just signing and submitting that, and then basically once you've submitted that as part of the buying those BRIK koalas, then we receive that from our end, and then the team basically transfers those number of tokens into your wallet. So it is a centralized wallet within our platform, so you'll see that in your investor area. You'll see the number of tokens that you own, what properties you own. So obviously at the moment we only just got the one, but as we go forward with more properties, you'll have the different series, property token series within there, that you will see how many property tokens you own in each. But yeah, so that's basically once you got those koalas in this BRIK koalas token series. Once you got those koalas on your tree, then you're part of the BRIK family. And again, it's a long journey ahead in terms of that these properties are kept indefinitely. There'll be a secondary market that you can sell the tokens within our environment. We're then basically planning some things out to increase the liquidity around working with DigiShares in terms of their secondary market that they're creating. Again, increasing more people to be able to sell to or buy from, And so basically we'll keep working with DigiShares around the secondary market, but but the secondary market will be available within our environment, so people can come in and be able to buy and sell within our BRIKbc projects platform. So basically, yeah, that's sort of the flow. I hope that sort of gives you an understanding. Okay, we like to keep things very simple, and hopefully that's sort of maintain that simplicity as you go through the flow of buying a BRIK property token. So I hope that was informative and enjoyed. I hope you enjoyed the views here, and I think that's all for now for this particular video. And hope you all have a great day, evening, or afternoon, depending where you're at, and stay safe. Bye bye.